Hi guys, happy weekend to you all. Welcome back to Talkless Interior and Exterior Designs. Today we are going to be giving guidelines on how to choose the correct wallpaper for your living room. So in choosing correct wallpaper for your living room, choosing wallpaper is actually go beyond something to look nice. So it's also about creating the right mood, balance, and the visual impact around the area. So all these that I'm about to list are what you should consider while choosing wallpaper for your living room. So the first thing to consider is consider the style of the room. So you have to consider the style. Is it a modern living room? Is it a classic living room? Is it a luxury living room? Or is it you just want something like natural vibes? So if you want so after considering all this, so you can choose what wallpaper you can actually go for. For example, now if you are choosing something luxury, so if it is luxury living room, so you go for all these glossy finishing wallpaper or bold statement pattern. So that is that. Then another thing for you to consider is the color. So you consider the color of the wallpaper to choose. So if you use bright color, the space feel bigger and so on and so forth. And if you use a dark color, see the bold color, so the place feel more richer and powerful. So consider the color as well. So another thing for you to consider, you consider the style, the size and the patterns of the room. So the pattern scales. So for example now, if let's say the room is small, so you are to like it is recommended to use a wallpaper with small or medium design, so that the pattern will not be too overwhelmed in the room. And for example, if the height of the room is short, so if you want to install wallpaper on that kind of wall, so it is advisable you use all these wallpaper with vertical patterns, so to balance the proportion of the height. So and anyway, and so many things like that. So you have to consider the size and the patterns of the room, so before choosing the right wallpaper. Then you pay attention to lighting, because lighting is very very important, as I've always said. So you pay attention to lighting. If there is a good lighting in that particular area, so it will bring out all the patterns design on the wallpaper, being it big or small, so everything will come out boldly and neat. So you have to consider the light. Then another thing is then you decide, are you installing on the full wall or on just the accent wall, which is the focal point normally. So which one are you doing? But it is advisable you don't install on the full wall of that particular of a living room. So you choose just only one side, which can be the feature wall or the focal point. So you choose there, you install your wallpaper on it. And if necessary, if required for you to use wallpaper on the four walls, make sure you use neutral wallpaper, so that the patterns will not be too, if you use heavy patterns wallpaper, so the living room will be too clumsy. So and we there will be some there will be so after you've considered the full, maybe you are installing on the full wall or on just a feature wall. So another thing for you to consider is considering the think about the texture or the material you are using, the texture and material. So the wallpaper you want to use, if you use all these modes of finishing wallpaper without texture, so it is for the modern interior living room. But if you use all these texture one, so it give riches and symmetry. So consider this as well, since you know the living room pattern, the living room style, so you will know the right one to choose. Then another thing is you match your wallpaper with function. So you don't just install wallpaper, they have functions that they are carrying. For example, if your living room, living room is a social place, so your visitor can come there, family can gather around there. So for example now, if it is mainly for family, so you can just choose something calm and a neutral tone. So if you are going to be like having visitors around, so you can go for a stylish statement words, and the bold statement design. So a good pattern. Then if to say the living room is for multi-purpose, like you will be watching TV there and it is also for relaxation. So you avoid you avoid using heavy patterns so that will keep your eyes busy while you want to relax or watch TV. So then lastly, you have to like always test your wallpaper before using it. So how do we test wallpaper? So all these you have the samples of every wallpaper, so you test it on the wall before installing it, because there are some wallpaper that they are good when it is comes to office, so they will look fine, or you install them in a shop, so they will look fine. But when it's coming to home, so installing it in the living room, so it might look somehow. So you have to test it. So check how it will looks like in the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. So if it meets the standard you want, then you are good to go to install the wallpaper. So just this is just the simple thing for you to consider while choosing wallpaper. So you take note of the color, the pattern, the light, and the size. So if you can follow this, you have a perfect wallpaper selection. Then another thing is, if you want your living room to look high end, so use wallpaper for one feature wall. So instead of using it on every wall, so then with good light, make sure you have a very good light. So then and lastly, keep other walls simple. So the other walls, which are the three walls that remain, so just keep them simple. You can put another thing to like not to make the wall empty. So keep it simple doesn't mean you should leave the wall empty. So you can just hang decorative glasses or art frames on it. So this is all I got about guidelines for you to choose the right wallpaper for your living room. So thank you for watching. This is Talkless Interior and Exterior Designs. We meet in our next videos.